takes to put a deal like this together, and not just this one, but others that you've been working on across the state. Can you give us a little bit some more specifics on what does it take? Is it tax incentives?
Well, first of all, there is now a sense of certainty in the state of Ohio. People know they're not going to get jammed on regulation. We're not turning around and going to raise taxes. We constantly look at improvements to the legal system, and we can answer the phone and talk to them about their problems and look for solutions. For example, job training. We've got a great higher education system that can help us, but costs matter. If taxes are too high, it's discouraging to people, and our income taxes remain too high. In terms of working with companies, we look and see what is really necessary, keeping in mind that it's all of our money, that we give somebody an incentive. It's not like government money, it's taxpayers' money, and there are times when we won't give it. We didn't give it to Chiquita, and they're going to leave Ohio because what they were asking for was something that we couldn't match. So it's a way of being constructive, creative, and but at the same time, like a number of the energy companies that are moving into Ohio, we're not going to give them any incentives. Some of them will get them, but most of them will not because there's not a reason to do it. So it's a lot of different things. We have a great location, we've got great scale, size, we have great workers, good skills, great diversity. You put all that together and give people certainty, and they begin to look at Ohio in a different way than they have over the last decade or so.
Well, Governor, why incentivize a company like Dunnhumby over instead of someone like Chiquita?
Well, first of all, this is a return on investment positive in year one because the total number of jobs created and what we had to do to work with them to get them to stay here rather than going to Kentucky or Indiana was reasonable. North Carolina just offered a huge deal to Chiquita. It would have taken us 10 years to recover our return on investment, and we've got pretty good standards when it comes to this. No other governor operated this way by trying to measure the return on investment. This return on investment is returned in year one, which is fantastic. So we do have some standards on that, but I have to tell you, every time we sit and we talk about a potential incentive package, the first question is why? And if the answer is not good, we don't offer it to them. And we're going to lose some people as a result of that, but we don't want to be in a bidding war, and but we also don't want to shoot ourselves in the foot by not being competitive.
It seems as though like the plans that you put in place have been very successful, specifically down here in the southern part of the state. You've made a lot of trips down here talking about economic advancement. Is it because the businesses here are more receptive to what it is?
It really is happening across the state. We've had some great successes in Cleveland, in Youngstown, in Columbus. You see it here in Cincinnati because it's been pretty dramatic over the period of the last year. I think you have good economic development people. The business community gets it. We spend a lot of time here. But the growth has got to be across the state, and it's happening. You look at Toledo, and they've had significant growth and great success with Chrysler and some logistics companies. In Columbus, we continue to see good growth in the city of Columbus. In Cleveland, we just got an imaging company, a huge operation moving to Cleveland. And in the eastern part of the state, we're seeing some of the benefits of shale gas, the fact that jobs are being created there. So, we don't want to have them in one area. We really want them across the state, but wherever we can get them, we'll take them. And the other thing we want to make sure of is that we don't leave any Ohioan behind. It is really important for people who live in our inner cities, who are poor, to be able to get a sense that they've got a future also. So we focus a lot on our urban areas as well. But it's a diversified approach. Here it's consumers, in other parts it's manufacturing, in other parts it's medicine. Just gave $2 million to the children's hospitals that we think will not only be good for the people of this state, but also for business development because the hospitals are working together. It's a diversified approach across the state, and right now we're catching some breaks. I'm sure there's going to be ups and downs, but overall we're definitely heading in the right direction.